All right, welcome to Dave Explains, where I try to explain different data science techniques, methodologies, mindsets, and I do it trying to draw out what I'm thinking. Now, unfortunately, I'm still not that good, and I probably should just draw this out and do a time lapse and just keep on talking, and that'll keep me in time. Let's talk about Google Analytics, commonly held as GA, and why it is so slow when you try to connect it with Power BI, often shortened to PBI. The biggest problem is you're taking a lot of data and you're skipping one step of the ETL process. You're extracting and then loading, and then you're trying to transform inside Power BI. Now, I know that they want to advertise that they're good at this and everything, but they're not, especially when you're trying to pull in 26 million results, and then all you're trying to do is trim off the spaces.
I'm totally unappreciated in my time.
Now, you can't see spaces, and you're not going to find all of them in 26 million just by going through and looking for them. So you have a nice little feature where you can trim them automatically in Power BI. It's built into the system. But in order to do that, that's an entire step, and you have to process 26 million. The big problem is that every time you do this now, every time you try to update, and keep in mind, this is directly connected to Google Analytics, so it's going to update regularly. Every time you click that nice little update button and you get the fresh data to clean out any errors, you've got to wait 3 to 5 hours. That's insane. My method brings it to about 3 minutes for the entire ETL process. And all we're going to do is what I did, and I looked into this still, and as of May 2020, and I was nice. I went into the second page of Google results, and as I mentioned in another video, if you're not on the first page, you really don't matter. So what I did is, here's my Google data for 26 million results. Here's a nice little R code. My original was 13 lines. The code to automatically put it into a SQL table is 37 lines. Then we go into SQL. I don't know why I drew it down here. I think it's just because I saw these lines and I wanted to fill it in. And then we go into PBI. That means that for the most part, once we grab the data with R, which takes about a minute, and let's say you only do this once a day. That's it. There goes R and Google till the next day. Let's just clean this up. Keep everything relevant here. And now we've got SQL and Power BI. So we've already done extraction. Then transform and load. Now hopefully I don't have to erase this. So we've already done the extraction. And with the R code, I actually did put in a little bit of code to transform. I think I did the trim automatically. It doesn't matter. But because now we can transform in SQL. This is where you can do splitting, you can do trimming, you can do your organizing, all different sorts of stuff. And then you can take this pre-cleaned stuff that SQL is specifically designed to do and load it right into Power BI where it's already cleaned. Now, some things have to be changed. Oh, here we go. Change data type. You'd be surprised how often a date will come in as a numeric. But now all of that data is clean. So now we can get rid of transform and we load it into Power BI. Sure, we'll get rid of that. And that completes your entire ETL. And this whole process takes about 3 minutes. That's for the load, the transformation, the extraction, the transformation, and the load. If you've been looking at a lot of job postings and everything for data engineer, data scientist, the thing that you have to know is ETL, which I should probably do a video because then I can actually prove that I do know ETL, because apparently you can't just say that you understand ETL because they don't know what ETL means. And they're like, no, ETL's got to be really hard because every data scientist needs to know it. That doesn't mean that it's hard. I've got a 5-minute video on data cubes using Post-it notes, which I'll have to link somewhere maybe around here. If I can, I'll figure it out. And that's the thing. That's the real part of engineering. Can I figure it out? Sorry, I want to actually write this down. Should we use like royal purple? Can I figure it out? I'll see you in the next one.